Hello everybody. Today we are going to start with a lecture on our trigonometry, and this is the first lecture among a number of lectures on trigonometry. So to understand the meaning of trigonometry, we need to understand different terms related to trigonometry, like to some extent the concepts of geometry also. So we'll understand these things as and when it is needed. Okay. So to start with, we should know what is the meaning of this word trigonometry. So trigonometry, it is actually it can be divided into two parts. One is the trigonometry, trigono, and the other is metry. So it is trigono and metry. So if you want to know the meaning of this word trigonometry, then you should know the meaning of this trigono and the meaning of this metry. So similar kinds of words, you come across in your studies at various classes. You might have heard like this: geography is there, isn't it? It is geo and it is graphy. Geometry is there, it is geo and it is metry. So there are a number of words like that. I can write down n number of words. It is lithography. You might have heard of this word in history somewhere. Okay, lithography is there. Or you might have heard of this word also, biology, isn't it? So all these words, you will see, they are all combination of different words. Okay. For example, biology is there. It is bio and it is logy. Bio means it is life, and logy means it is science, or you can say it is the study. Okay. So it is study of life. That is biology. So lithography means litho means it is stone, and graphy means it is representation in the form of picture. So lithography means it is some sort of drawing on the stones. You might have heard of this word in your history especially. Okay. So litho means it is stone, and graphy means it is pictures. Okay. Similarly, geometry. Geometry means it is geo and it is metry. Geo means it is earth, and metry means it is measurements. Okay. So measurements related to earth. So it might be some measurement of some length or some altitude, height, or some diameter. It can be n number of measurements can be done. All they come under geometry. Okay. Similarly, geography is there. Geo means again it is earth. Okay, it is earth, and graphy means it is in the form of pictures. Okay, so you study earth in the form of pictures, that is called as geography. Okay, similarly, now let us come to this word trigonometry. Trigono means it is angles of triangle. Okay, so trigono means it is angles of triangle. Angles of triangle, I am representing it like this. This is triangle. I am drawing a figure of triangle, and I am writing short l as a suffix there. Okay, so it is triangle, angles of triangle, and metry means it is measurement. Okay, so you can now know the meaning of this trigonometry. What is trigonometry? It is measurement of angles of a triangle. Now it is not just the measurement of angles. So sometimes it is the measurement of sides, length of sides, and various parameters related to the triangle. So with this, now let us try to understand the meaning of trigonometry more in detail, and let us understand why do we need to study this trigonometry also. Okay. Now, whenever you do something or whenever we study something, then there is a purpose behind that, isn't it? So everything needs to have some purpose. So to study trigonometry, there has to be some purpose behind studying the trigonometry. So we'll try to understand what is the objective behind studying this trigonometry. Okay. Now, you might have seen many aeroplanes flying over your head many times, isn't it? And a question comes to our mind. So, what is the height of that aeroplane? At what angle it is flying? At what speed it is flying? Isn't it? So, I am representing that aeroplane in the form of a picture here now. Let us suppose here one person is standing here. Okay, and you have an aeroplane here. So, this I am drawing this a funny picture of an aeroplane here. And let us suppose this aeroplane is flying over Earth at some distance from Earth. This distance, let us suppose it is h. This distance h, it is called as the altitude. Okay, it is altitude. Altitude means what? It is distance over the surface of Earth or the sea. Above sea level, generally this altitude is measured. Let us suppose this is altitude is h. Okay. Now the distance between this person and this point, Let us suppose it is some distance s is there. Okay. Now if I know this value of h, if I know this value of s, then it is easier to find out this distance. Okay, this is the distance that we need. Let us suppose some soldier is there and he want to blow up any enemy aircraft, then he is supposed to know the distance, this distance from here to here. Okay, so this distance is needed now. Okay, so once you know this altitude h and once you know this distance s, then this distance can be measured. Now this is done using rules of trigonometry. So we need to understand trigonometry for that. Okay, one more example, let us see now. A person is there and he wants to climb over a wall, and this wall is of some height h now. Okay, so this is the height of the wall. It is not the altitude. Okay, altitude, it means it is the distance from the earth surface or it is distance from the sea surface. Okay, whereas this height is, it is the height of this wall. Let us suppose this height is, say, some 6 meters height is there. Okay, and a person is there who wants to climb over this wall at this point. Okay, now for climbing, since the wall is the vertical, you cannot climb over the wall, so you need some ladder for that. Okay, so suppose this is the ladder I am drawing here now, a simple figure of ladder. Okay, so this is the ladder. Okay, now if you know this distance, okay, if you know this distance, yes, okay, from here to here, and if you know this height of this wall, then you can find out what should be the minimum length of that ladder. So you can find out the length of the ladder based on these distances. Okay, now in both these cases you will find I can represent both these figures in the form of triangles. If you see, this is can be represented by a triangle. Okay, similarly I can represent this in the form of a triangle, right? You can see this red color, it is a triangle. Here again you have triangle. So you will come across number of examples where they can be represented in the form of a triangle. Some two lengths are known and the third distance or length is required to be find out. In such cases we need to understand the rules, or the we need to study trigonometry. Okay, so I hope this is a sufficient motivation for us to study trigonometry. So